in person, even though but they are friendly online. But just meeting them, you get a better view of the person themselves rather than just their avatars in the games that they do. I would like to thank our donors big time. They did way beyond
large and small.
Yeah, yes. Our donors, they don't care who you are. All of our donors just did so well, way beyond our expectations of what we did. I would like to also thank the admins here, Flip, Mike, Breakdown, Nate, lag.com, which I think should go into the admin myself. He put a lot of work in over here. It was just really great to meet people. It did change my view on speedrunning here. I've talked to a few people about that already. I'm probably going to be even more hard on myself with my speedrunning, even though I'm probably really hard enough as is.
Yeah, you're definitely hard enough on yourself as it is.
I would like to apologize for my performance this year. I know, I know this is going to sound really bad. I'm that hard on myself. I know the runs I produced were really great, but I just have
I've
such
never seen you get a good run first try live on your own stream.
No, it doesn't happen. It normally takes like a good 30, 40 tries before I actually get a mediocre attempt at it. I'm really hard on myself. But I'm apologizing for how I was acting. I'll work on myself. I'll work on that a little bit better for next time. But yeah, this was a great opportunity. I liked coming here. It was fun. Way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Following up on what Heidman said, as someone...
You might want to get closer to that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
As someone who was here last year, too, and already have met a lot of these people, I felt like I was even closer to them this year than last year. And not only that, but the connection between the donors and stream chat and seemed a lot greater this year, too, especially with all the cancer stories you guys gave. Very inspirational.
Yes.
And I felt like we're a lot tighter as a whole now because of that. So that's all I really want to say.
And I'm sorry, but I really have to say thanks to all the promoters. You might not have been a donator, but people who got the word out did that. The people who even participated in the Twitter contest and all that stuff. Just getting the word out is a lot more helpful just than anything else, I think.
Actually, I do have an apology to make. I do have to rename the Stream Monsters. They're definitely not Stream Monsters anymore. I will call them Stream Gentlemen and Gentlewomen for being such fine chaps. And I apologize for the mic tests.
Don't have to do those next year too.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, to keep going on the note of promoters, it's like Mike was saying, it's like, oh, Breakdown did so much for promotions. Like, really? There was only so many places I contacted that were like, sure, we'll help you out. But I definitely have to give a shout out to Nintendo Age. They were probably the biggest one. Also, Cornshack Gaming on YouTube. Cornshack at Bonus Stage Marathons. They have a Disney Marathon coming up in a couple of weeks. They got a Blogspot page at Bonus Stage Marathons on Blogspot. But really, everywhere else I contacted just kind of ignored me, basically, before the thing started. But a lot of people posted the promo vid places, and like a lot of people from around the community also hit up their own message board, and this thing spread. It spread like wildfire. Like if you do a Google search for Awesome Games Done Quick right now, you get a lot of hits.
Really?
A lot of hits, pages upon pages of them. It's pretty crazy, and really only not very much of that at all is directly my doing. So thanks so much to all you people. That's pretty awesome. Definitely appreciate that. As long as I'm doing shout-outs to, let's see, shout-outs to my girlfriend, Nikki, for letting me run off to let my geek flag fly for 5 days, and she promised she'd still talk to me when I came home. Let's see, shout-outs to my mom and my dad. Actually, he threw a donation in there, too, for, helping out, and getting Trogdor through, which is obviously the superior name for Edge.
Shut it!
Let's see, good things have already been said about the 4-H Center. I will echo those. It's a pretty good place to host an event. I gotta say, they've been very accommodating. They've hooked it up pretty fat. But see, I also want to thank a couple more behind-the-scenes type people. They've been given the shout-out before, but shout-out to the chat ops. Chat mods have done a great job of just keeping, up times 4 different marathon chats pretty civil, which is, it's a big job, and we definitely appreciate you guys doing it. So, big ups to you guys. Let's see. Thanks to our Carrion for making the marathon webpage. Very similar to last year's. Last year's was awesome, so this year's is awesome in the same vein. So and so that was great. So thanks to him. Let's see.
Actually, speaking of that, I'd like to thank Lindsay Lane King for doing the banners.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah, this is from the Speed Gamers. She's a Speed Gamers artist. She just did an amazing job with the banners, and MDR was like, I noticed a lack of Mike Hager in these banners, and then she made a Mike Hager banner.
Yeah, just like that. It was pretty crazy how quick that showed up.
Crutches.
Let's see. Shout out to Eidemann for awesome perlers like this thing right here.
Yes.
Everybody who won one of those is the lucky person.
I'm a little biased, but that's the best one.
I say mine is the best one, but that's
No, I think Epic is the best one.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I wish I could have seen that in person.
The Epoch is, that's just
To be perfectly honest, I think
also,
that was the
shout
most
out to our
impressive.
very own Mercury Zelda for, in addition to making awesome plushies and awesome hats, is also the one who runs our Twitter page, basically. If you're reading Twitter updates, it's a very high possibility that it was her who posted it. So she's done a great job with that thus far. So,
Thank you.
let's see.
Does anyone else have any shout-outs or
I
thanks to me?
kind of hate to break the somber mood, but that Coke went right through me, so does somebody want to take over for this for a second?
Let's see.
I was going to jump in and continue upon what Rom Scout said, that the whole charity this year really hit home for a lot of people, and especially for me as someone who lost my grandpa when I was 10 to cancer.
You want to get in the camera?
Am I in the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, it hit really close to home for me, and when I came out here, I wasn't quite sure what to expect, being kind of antisocial, and I don't feel that way at all here, which is really weird. Usually, like, a crowd full of people, I'll be sitting in a corner like, here I'm sitting here talking to everybody, and it's impossible to get me to shut up, and I'm making the worst puns I've ever made.
Thank you for those puns, though. It was great.
The worst puns. Yeah, and I mean, it's like, I've been having a great time, and it's like being in a room full of old friends, even though I just met everybody, pretty much. So, just shout outs to the whole SDA crew for being some of the nicest people I've had the pleasure to hang out with, and shout outs to the people who handle this station over here, because I had to sit here for a few hours, and it's not easy.
It's definitely not.
Actually, have we given the audience a view of the station?
They have seen it before.
They've seen the wires behind the TV.
Actually, speaking of that, Moo was one of the people who really held it down when it came to the chats. He was just like busy taking care of the chats and like relaying donation challenges and whatnot. He was definitely keeping things under control. So big thanks to Moo. Honestly, anyone who did the prizes and comments. There was a time when it was just literally like reload. Reload. There was no room for anything else, but we held out in the end. So yeah, I have to say a big thanks to Nate, who has not only worked hard in the marathon right now, just getting the stream set up and all the wires set up and everything, but I do have to say, he's definitely gonna have a hell of a time getting.
Yeah, his post-marathon work.
Yeah, his post-marathon work. The recorded video, the encoding, the syncing up. Please don't rush us on this. Wait at least until 3 or 4 weeks before you ask about the videos. It will.
Thank you to Nate.
Yeah, you definitely should send a thank you to Nate.
I mean, he blew me away with able to pull off all these crazy like race streams and technical logistics for all these different consoles and stuff like that. Was really a hiccup.
I mean, I wasn't sure if the 4-way Ocarina of Time race was going to happen at one point, but it ended up happening. It definitely ended up being a good race. So.
The one I want to throw into, even though he's not here anymore, is big thanks to Denton, too, for spending so much of his time and energy driving people around to get food and stuff from gas stations and stuff like that. I mean,
it was basically the takeout taxi for the marathon.
I'm sure he and Essential were going to want to see how Final Fantasy IV turned out, and they'll be able to see.
They will be pleasantly surprised.
Be able to see our appreciation for their help too.
On that note, a shout out to Burger King and Subway.
Unofficial sponsors.
Oh my god. That was amazing. Next year, we really should contact Subway and be like,
No.
listen, we'll eat your food on stream in front of 3,000 people. Donate. You donate 3 cents.
Even better, we should fly Jared in. I also have to say thanks to NyQuil for getting us around $700 to $800 worth of donations, including the Ultra G-Man duct tape fund.
I need to give special shout-outs to duct tape.
For giving him the closest shave he's ever had.
Let's see.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was quite pleasantly surprised to find that not only did we have thousands of people watching just the speedruns, but we also had quite a few developers watching, which is kind of a double-edged sword for us. Because, you know, obviously we like knowing that the game developers watch our stuff, but it also means we fix the bugs in the next version. So, yeah, we like that you watch us, but please don't fix too many bugs.
Fix the ones that actually crash gameplay, not the ones that make it fun.
Yeah, we are mortal enemies, but we do enjoy your flaws.
Not just that, but I'd like to kind of thank SDA for giving me another chance.
It's fine.
I know I've not been the most friendly person online, but I think you all know me a bit better now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
let's shake hands on it.
No problem.
A screenshot of that.
The U.S. England treaty has officially been signed. Free trade agreement.
Waiting for a better outfit.
So yeah, thanks.
Don't ruin it for us, PJ.
All right.
Anyone else?
Yeah, may I?
No, sure.
Of course. I'd like to thank everyone here for letting me into their bit of a society. I don't have any runs to my name, and I've actually worked on very few. So, kind of being one of the few men out here without actually running anything, I'd like to thank everyone for just kind of accepting me in and letting me sit there and asking what could be annoying questions sometimes about exactly what they were trying to pull off. I'd like to give another thanks to Moo for letting us know exactly what we needed to bring to make the marathon happen, game and system-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And I'd like to thank the thousands of people that watch, especially the people from the Speed Gamers. Let's keep the community crossover going.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, been a pretty awesome time.
Sir VG has something to say.
Yep. I'm Sir VG. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife Evie, who's back at home, who was willing to let me go free for a few days.
VG, you're too tall. We have to. It's okay now.
Okay. And to all my family and my in-laws who've been watching or just been supportive, I'd like to thank Satoryu, Mercury Zelda, and PJ, who. I'm right here. I can't see you. You're too short. I'm sorry.
I'll try and grow.
And for giving me some very good races to participate in.
It's fun being
for Mike for leading us all here. For everybody, to all my friends. This has been important to me too because I have lost my father to leukemia, and as I've said in I think it was my Nightmare in Dreamland run, the pastor that married my wife and myself also to leukemia, and I had 2 grandparents who also had cancer, but both managed to survive. So, thanks to everybody for donating. Love you all.
Right on. Right on. Anyone else?
Yeah, I definitely have a few things I'd like to say. First off, I don't know if Punk Doc is still in the room. Okay, he's right behind me.
Is he awake?
I would just like to thank him for killing an unprecedented 4 fellow speedrunners during his runs.
Oh yeah.
And I'd like to thank him for being such a good sport when we started putting stuff on him while he was sleeping. And I'd like to thank Denton for doing all those food runs. I think I went on at least 3 of them. I'd like to thank everybody who took me out for food or picked food up for me, because that was really appreciated. I'd like to appreciate Tim for getting me that Coke during the Final Fantasy IV.
Shout out to people with vehicles here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I would personally like to thank the Joe Stansky taxi service. He has definitely been taxiing way too many people back and forth from airports and everything, despite the traffic in DC.
If I didn't get lost, I can't find my way around this place.
And also, on a more personal note, I